This past week, I received a call from a gentleman that was involved in a car wreck. About 3 weeks ago, the at-fault driver rear-ended him while he was stopped at a red light. Clearly, the other driver was responsible for causing the wreck, and he even admitted this to the police officers that came to the scene to investigate the wreck. The ambulance was called to the scene, but the gentleman declined the need for transport to the hospital. He was only a couple of blocks away from his home, and he decided he would get his wife to take him. When he got home, she did take him to the emergency room. The doctors ordered an x-ray of his lower back, and after some time, the doctor returned to his room, told him nothing was broken, and he was treated and released. When he got home that evening, his telephone rang. It was the insurance company for the at-fault driver. Of course, the adjuster apologized for their insured. She called it an accident, and she offered to pay for his emergency room visit and give him $500 for his trouble. Now, this is the part I really want you to hear. He accepted her offer. She had one of her field agents drive to his home the next day with a check for $500 and a release of all claims that she asked him to sign. A couple of weeks passed by, and his back injury, the one that he thought was going to get better, well, it started bothering him again. In fact, he was now experiencing pain and numbness that was radiating into his left leg. He was concerned. So he called the adjuster and he told her he needed to go back to see the doctor. Do you know how she responded? Or she told him, "I'm sorry, your case is settled. I agreed to pay for that one emergency room visit plus $500. If you need to see a doctor, you'll have to pay for it yourself. It's not our responsibility." Well, after he hung up with her, he called me. He was worried. He didn't have health insurance. He couldn't afford to go and see his own doctor, and he was hurting. But here's the problem. He settled his case. No one forced him to do it. No one put a gun to his head and made him sign. And he understood that his signature on the release and his acceptance of that $500 in payment of that one emergency room bill was going to be a full and final settlement of his claim. There was nothing we could do for him. And it didn't matter how hurt he may be now because of the injuries he sustained in the wreck. So I tell you this story to stress to you the following very important facts. If you're hurt in a wreck, then first focus on your health. Get the medical treatment you need. If you go to the emergency room and they take x-rays, please understand the following. Just because the x-ray is read by the radiologist and they conclude there are no broken bones, it doesn't mean you will not have the potential for other issues that will require more diagnostic testing and treatment. A person can have a normal x-ray, but they may have a herniated disc that presses on a nerve root, causing severe pain and discomfort. 2, I'd recommend going for a follow-up examination with another doctor a day or two after the emergency room visit to assess your condition. If you're still experiencing pain and/or discomfort, find out what other tests may need to be performed to correctly diagnose your injuries. The foundation for an appropriate treatment plan is making sure you and the doctors have the correct diagnosis of all of your injuries. 3, do not talk to the insurance company about your case unless you've spoken with an attorney to learn your rights as well as the insurance company's responsibilities. The gentleman called me for legal advice after he'd spoken with the insurance company, after he'd agreed to settle, and after he had signed the release of all of his claims. Please understand this. Insurance companies do not have your best interest at heart when they're dealing with you. The adjuster is protecting the person that caused the wreck, and they're trying to save the insurance company money. Oh, they will act like your long-lost aunt or uncle coming in to help you, but I implore you, do not trust them. At least talk with an attorney that specializes in personal injury claims before you speak with the adjuster. Now, let me tell you about a study that was conducted by the Insurance Research Council. Back in 1999, a consumer panel survey of auto accident victims revealed injured victims receive an average of 40% more money just by consulting a lawyer to learn their rights. And this is really important. Injured victims received an average of 3.5 times more money before legal fees when they hire an attorney to defend their rights. Remember this important point. Insurance companies are for-profit businesses, and one of the ways they make money is by not paying full value on these claims. So bottom line, if you or a loved one has been injured in a wreck, I encourage you to give me a call. Do it before your phone rings, and it's the insurance adjuster on the other side trying to sweet talk you into a settlement that only benefits the insurance company. Please learn your rights. Just pick up the phone right now and give me a call. 770-934-8000 or 1-800-WIN-WIN-1. Our legal professionals are standing by right now to speak with you. The consultation is free. It's completely confidential. You owe it to yourself, to your family, to get the help that you need. So give me a call right now, 1-800-WIN-WIN-1 or 770-934-8000, or go to GaryMartinHayes.com for more information about me and my law firm.